Kobe Bryant's entitlement is the reason why he's no longer here on this earth. I think that that's a really hard pill for a lot of black men to swallow. Kobe Bryant put his life in jeopardy, and he also put his child's life in jeopardy because he was entitled. That's really what it comes down to. They told him on multiple occasions, no. No means no. But y'all know Kobe don't like to take no for an answer. Like, that's really what it comes down to. They told him it was a flight risk. They told him that no other flights were being taken. And he weaponized his celebrity, threw a hissy fit, said, I'm motherfucking Kobe Bryant. You can't tell me no. And now he's not here and his child's not here. This is what happens when you have too much money and too much power. Sometimes these men, they feel like they're God and they feel like they're invincible. Can't tell them no. They can't. That's the worst thing. The worst thing that you can ever do is give somebody so much money and power to the point where they feel like they can't be told no. And that's why he's not here no more. And that's why he's not here. His child's not here. His child's friends, like a whole bunch of people lost their life for nothing, for like the smallest thing. And y'all want to hold everybody accountable except for the grown ass 40-something-year-old man that was willing to put his life and his child's life in jeopardy for no fucking reason. Y'all mad at Vanessa. Y'all mad at the pilot. Y'all mad at the airline. Y'all mad at everybody but this man. Then y'all want to rebrand and rewrite history and call him a girl dad, which is ironic as fuck to me, because if he was such a good dad, his daughter would still be here. You can't call yourself a good dad when you're putting your child's life in risk and it ends up in a fatal accident. Kobe Bryant was an entitled, spoiled, rich kid. Been spoiled as fuck his whole life. If Vanessa Bryant does move on, Kobe Bryant ain't got nobody to blame but himself, because he's the reason why he's not here. His entitlement and him not being able to take no for an answer is the reason why him and his child are no longer here. Let's just deal with the facts, shall we? The first fact is that the place that he was going to was driving distance. It was about an hour away, maybe an hour 15, hour 30 with the traffic. So he had options. He had safer options, and he chose otherwise. That's the first fact. He could have chose better. He had options. He had resources, but he chose to go with what was more convenient for him. Number two, he was also told and made fully aware that it was clouds outside. It was foggy as fuck. Obviously, he didn't understand the severity and the risk that was involved, but he was made aware of the situation. So another fact is that no other flights were permitted to leave except for the one that he was on. But Kobe Bryant's flight was the only flight that they were willing to make an exception for. I wonder why. Well, yeah, these are the facts. Kobe Bryant put his life and his child's life in jeopardy because he didn't want to be inconvenienced. And I know that that's a hard pill for y'all to swallow, but you're going to have to drink some water or something. And two things can remain true at the same time. Yes, the pilot dropped the ball, but Kobe dropped the ball as well, and it cost him his life. Because like I said, he didn't have to get on that flight. He could have drove. He had options. He had resources. But, he wanted it right now. I want to get there now. Like, everybody know it's dangerous as fuck to be flying when it's cloudy out. Like, come on. Like, I'm sorry. I tell you, all that power and influence got these men cooked. Got them thinking that they bigger than the program. He thinking that the clouds finna part like the Red Sea, like he Moses or something. Like, no, that's not how that works. And it's nothing more than just entitlement and privilege. Your favorite athlete is no longer here because they are entitled and privileged and they didn't want to be inconvenienced for an hour and a half. And now you're mad at everybody but Kobe Bryant. Like, you mad at me for no reason. We being honest, Kobe ain't the only celebrity who thought he was bigger than the fucking program. But y'all not ready for that conversation. That's another conversation.
Oh, black men are not gonna like that. Because it specifically mentioned black men, they're not gonna like that. But the truth is the truth, eh? It's amazing how people don't want to hold other people accountable, even in their death. Oh no, they passed away, and we should be respectful of the dead. Now you're dead because of your decisions. You're dead because of your decisions. Your negligence puts you in harm's way. Okay, I thought I saw something. But you need negligence, yeah. Negligence, we're not going to spend time trying to pronounce this word for the fact that you get what I'm trying to say. So his negligence got him in harm's way. But anyways, let's view the rest of the video because I don't like talking about this guy anyway. Let's view the rest of the videos and hear what other people have to say, and let's get their opinions and get the ball rolling. If you have anything to add it.
Y'all thought y'all hated me last week. I can't even go to sleep after watching that video. A snub-nosed bully with sinus issues got on this fucking app talking about the reason Kobe is dead because he wouldn't take no for an answer. Now y'all know I'm not the biggest Kobe fan, but we not gonna do that. Pilots literally have if they thought I absolutely cannot fly in this, a pilot's not gonna fly because Kobe said so. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's not real life. Kobe was like, go anyway, for sure, that happened. But a pilot isn't going to take off knowing he gonna die or knowing that there's a high risk of him dying because Kobe said so. You talking about, no, you talking about that's the reason everybody on board dead right now because of Kobe's ego. And it's a bunch of stupid ass women in the comments, y'all, agreeing with this shit.
Kobe Bryant was a psycho. Stop asking athletes of today to be like him. Michael Jordan was a psycho. We can't keep asking athletes to be like Mike. If you're not a huge sports fan, you may have never seen the video where this screenshot behind me is from. And this is one of the most iconic videos of Kobe Bryant, where he's asked by a reporter, your team is up 2-0, you don't look happy. And Kobe says, what's there to be happy about? Job's not finished. And because we consider Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant to be the gold standard of competitiveness and what a winner looks like, we almost expect every single athlete to not be happy if they're up 2-0 and the job's not finished yet, and to not be happy if the season ends and they don't win the championship. And I just feel like it's unrealistic to expect this out of everybody when only one team at the end of the NBA season is going to be happy. Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves lost in the playoffs last night. They were eliminated by the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. To paint this picture for you guys, the Minnesota Timberwolves were the 6th seed in the West. He knocked down a lot of big dogs to get to this point, and the Oklahoma City Thunder have been the best team in the West all season. I'm not saying they weren't supposed to try or they were supposed to get beat down, and we can talk about that another day, but they were supposed to lose. He's being criticized today for saying that he's not hurt about it in the press conference after the game. He said, I'm only 23 years old. I'm actually excited because I get to do this so many more times in my career. I'm more so hurt for Mike Conley, his teammate. Mike Conley is one of the veterans on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I believe he's like 37 years old. And he's one of those guys in the NBA that people just want to see win a championship. He's kissed the surface of having competitive teams, but never quite got there. And Ant really wanted to do this for his teammate, but he was eliminated. This is a photo from the night Anthony Edwards was drafted, first overall in the NBA draft, with portraits of his late mother and grandmother sat next to him because they both passed away due to cancer like a month apart. And I feel like when you go through a loss like this, I can imagine because I've never been through it myself, it really puts things in perspective for you that it's just not that serious. Like at the end of the day, I know people hate to hear this. It's not. It's just basketball. Giannis Antetokounmpo gave a great speech about how there is no failure in sports, only learning and developing. And yeah, you get disappointed when you don't lose. All of these guys are competitive. That's why they're in the NBA. So yeah, the competitive nature that we saw from Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan was incredible. But we can't keep expecting guys to replicate it because if you know anything about these guys, they were insane. And would you rather them clip farm and be like, job's not finished, or be them...